Hello, fellow residents of Tamriel. It is the Beeve, and we are moving forward with our next character build. This is a stamina sorcerer, and I am slowly falling in love with this particular build. I love the Stam sorc's abilities. They have very visually pleasing things and really cool abilities and whatnot. We'll get all into that later, but I might start maining this character. This is a lot of fun to play with. So to just kind of get right into it real quick, like try not to take up a whole lot of your time, first and foremost, we are using Kinroz. We're using the Battle Axe in a precise trait, and we are using 3 pieces of jewelry, all in Bloodthirsty trait, and all with the weapon damage enchantment on them. We are also using Reliquins. This is the Perfected Reliquins. If you don't have Perfected, it's not that big of a deal. The only difference between them is the bonus 5th line right here. The adds 1096 maximum stamina. That's the only difference between Perfected and non-Perfected. So if you don't have Perfected, it's not that big of a deal. Now, Monster Helm, we are using the Stormfist Visage and the Stormfist Epaulettes. This is a very underrated Monster Helm, in my opinion. I love this particular helm. With stamina characters, you have to be able to put out a lot of different abilities to be able to hit really high numbers normally, and you're spamming a lot of abilities too. So I like the added 129 stamina recovery. It's nice for helping keep my rotations up so I'm not hurting for stamina. And the damage on it is very good. 15,579 when the fist closes, and 1,300 every second for 3 seconds prior to that. And that's shock damage that it's hitting with at the beginning, so you have a chance for that to actually apply the concussed status to whatever it hits. So I like this helm. A lot of people, a lot of the popular YouTubers or whatnot are using other helms, but this is my personal favorite at least. You can mix and match how you like. I also am using the Perfected Maelstrom Bow, which I should charge, which I don't have any gems pulled out at the moment, so let me grab some of those so I can charge this weapon up. But this is an infused bow, and I have the weapon damage enchantment on it to increase my weapon damage and spell damage by 452 for 5 seconds. With this infused trait on here, this allows you to keep this up 100% of the time if you're rotating properly. Just like with the Reliquins, the Perfected version is not a whole lot different than the non-Perfected version. You just get this extra 526 critical chance, but for all the longer that we are on this bow bar, it's not that huge of a difference, to be honest with you. To check out character sheet real quick, we're just a couple points below having 22,000 health. We got 34,957 in max stamina, almost 35,000. Stamina recovery sits at 1716. Weapon damage 4258. Weapon critical 38.6. Physical penetration 1639. Penetration's kind of low, but in the correct group setting, you are going to get more than enough penetration and be able to put out a good amount of damage. Spell and physical resistances are sitting at spell's almost at 14,000. Physical is just a little bit below that. I do have all of my points in stamina. I am using Lava Foot Soup and Saltrice. This is a max stamina recovery food. If you don't like having health as low as that is, the 21,994, you can always use like Artaeum Takeaway Broth, or you can use Dubious Camoran Throne. Both of those provide, max stamina, max health, and stamina recovery, and the takeaway broth even adds health recovery as well. Now, it's not as big a stats, but you'll get an extra 3,000 health, 2,800 health, whatever it is, out of either one of those, but you'll have less maximum stamina because it's not as much stamina as the lava foot soup and saltrice. So however you want to do it, I have healers that I trust and do very well for me, so I am using the lava foot. I am using the Thief Mundus Stone for increased weapon and spell critical. All of my gear pieces, which I forgot to mention earlier, all of my gear pieces are in Divines, and all of them have their maximum stamina enchantments on them. So, with everything being in Divines, I get another 2180 in weapon and spell critical rating. Skills, to go over real quick like, we have the Endless Hail, we are using Barbed Trap, we are using Hurricane. This is a nice ability right here. It does damage over time, 894 every 1 second for 20 seconds, and this actually grows in size as the longer it stays out, and grows in damage as well. Not to mention, you get Major Resolve and Minor Expedition. You get 15% more movement speed and almost 6 grand in physical and spell resistance, so that's really nice as well. Just to give you a good idea here, we are 13,000 on both of our resistances prior. When I put this on, we are 19,946 and 19,220. So helps us be a little bit more tankier, and our healers aren't struggling to heal us as much. And as a stamina character, you are kind of up in the thick of things, so that's a really nice buff to be able to have up and keep on yourself. We are running the Unstable Clan Fear. He does not do much damage, but he's free damage. He's just on your bar and he attacks, every second or whatever, and does damage for you. It's not a whole lot, but it's something you don't have to activate to get damage. It's not going to be like your Mage Sorc pets that are doing a lot of damage and you don't even really have to activate them. So it's nice ability to it is that the Clan Fear has the ability to heal for Magicka. It'll heal you for 7,100 and itself for 3,500. So it's a nice little heal. Finally, on this bar here, we do have Bound Armaments. This is arming yourself with the Power of Oblivion for 40 seconds, causing your light and heavy attacks to summon a bound weapon for 10 seconds up to 4 times. You can reactivate the ability for half the cost and arm the weapons, causing them to strike your target for 4315 physical damage every 0.3 seconds. So if you have all 4 of them out there, it's over the course of 1.2 seconds, it's done 4315 4 times. So it's a really nice ability. I love how what they did to this when they changed it. It is awesome. Not to mention, while slaughtered, your max stamina is increased by 8% and your light attacks deal 10% more damage. This is just a very nice, powerful buff for the Stam sorc, and this does very well for us. The visuals to it are very appealing as well. When you do a light or heavy attack, you'll see a little dagger, a little dagger form over your head. It's got like kind of a lightning appearance to it. It's really cool looking. You'll see it in the parses. But very powerful ability. Definitely a must for the Stam sorc. Ultimate on this bar is the Flawless Dawnbreaker. I'm really not even using this. This is just slotted here. We are using the Greater Storm Atronach on the back bar. This is always going to be our hardest hitting single target ultimate as a sorc. Even though we're not using Daedric Prey like we would with a Mage Sorc to buff the damage from it, it still does a lot of damage, 9,500 shock damage on impact, and 4767 shock damage every second. It stays out for 28 seconds, and it has that really nice charged lightning synergy that anybody that synergizes it gets the Major Berserk for 8 seconds, increasing their damage done by 10%. We are using Wrecking Blow. This is our main spammable. It does a lot of damage, plus gives you empowered for your next light or heavy attack. Bound armaments once again. This is the bar that we're going to be actually arming these from and reactivating the ability and using it. We are using Executioner. This is our for our execute phases. This thing does a boatload of damage. You'll see that coming up. Once again, another unstable clan fear, so that when I bar swap, the clan fear doesn't go away. Critical Surge. This is kind of a utility slot. I have Critical Surge here right now. This is nice for healing. Whenever I do critical damage, it's healing me to 3366. You could put Vigor here if you like. You could put all kinds of things here. You could put Carve here if you wanted to from the two-handed line. And give yourself a little bit more like AoE damage for like trash mobs and things like that. So you can kind of put whatever you like here. I just have Critical Surge here. And like I said, Greater Storm Atronach is our ultimate on this bar. Champion Tree. Green Tree, you can kind of put things where you like. There's a lot of things you can put in here to help yourself, but I like having my Steadfast enchantments on, so I'm not charging my weapons as often. I have Treasure Hunter filled out and slotted. I have Rationer filled out and slotted. And I have Liquid Efficiency filled out and slotted, and Steed's Blessing filled out and slotted. In our Warfare tree over here, I have our Quick Recovery and our Hardy. Both have points, both have 20 points filled out. Elemental Aegis and Preparation are both filled out as well. These are just some damage mitigation things here. And a little bit of healing taking. I have my Timeless Discipline for more stamina. My Eldritch Insight for more maximum magicka. I have 20 in Blessed just for the healing done. I have Precision filled in for the extra critical chance. I'm using Wrathful Strikes slotted and filled in and slotted. Backstabber filled in and slotted. In the extended might tree here, I have my piercing filled in and filled in. I have my battle mastery and my mighty. All these are filled in. Now I also have my flawless ritual and my war mage filled in as well. If you don't have the points to do that, then don't worry about those two there. But definitely try to get this piercing, the battle mastery, and the mighty filled in. It's just extra damage for you. I have Master at Arms filled in and slotted, and I have Deadly Aim filled in and slotted. Now over into our fitness tree, I have Rejuvenation filled and slotted, Fortified slotted, Boundless Vitality slotted. I do have my Tumbling filled in, my Defiance, my Mystic Tenacity just to open up this part of the tree, Hero's Vigor for more health, the Stealth Detection just because I had the extra points, and the Return to Life after Resurrection with 10% more resources here. These don't have to be slotted, so you can, if you have the points for them, fill them in. I do have Bloody Renewal filled in and slotted for stamina when killing an enemy, which is really nice in like arenas and things like that. My Wind Chaser filled in, my Sprinter filled in, just all these little extra things. These are things that don't really matter much. If you don't have the points to fill them in, you don't have to, but these are the four that I like to have slotted: Rejuvenation, Fortified, Boundless Vitality. I like having my Hero's Vigor for extra maximum health, and I like having the Bloody Renewal for the stamina per kill. Back to the skill tree real quick. This rotation is very simple. We're going to light attack between every ability that we do. So first off, when I go into the fight, I am going to arm my bound armaments. Then I'm going to use Endless Hail, Light Attack, Barb Trap, Light Attack, Hurricane, Bar Swap. Then I'm going to Light Attack Bound Armaments. And then I'm going to use a Light Attack and Wrecking Blow 3 times in a row. and then I'm going to light attack bound armaments, then light attack 3 wrecking blows in a row, then light attack bound armaments. I'm going to drop my ultimates on this bar whenever it procs, and then once I get to execute stage, 25%, I am going to be using my executioner. I'm going to forego my wrecking blows and my bound armaments, and then I'm just going to be using executioner. So, just real quick like, gonna try to I'm gonna parse on this big guy right here. Fast forward through this if you like. You don't have to watch, whatever. But when this is all over, I will come back. We'll go over how much damage it did. I'll show you the parse results from the Bandits UI that gives you a breakdown on how much damage everything did, and you can see just how hard hitting this build is. So we'll be back in a few minutes here, guys. It is kind of hard to see your character when that ability is going off. As you can see, when that hurricane's active, it is a little bit hard to see your character, but you get kind of used to it. We're just going to start using executes now. And there you have it right there, guys. 93,823. I've had this hit 95, 96 as well, so it is very, very strong, very powerful build, and the rotation is pretty simple. I mean, we're using 5 abilities from 100% to 25%, and from 25% on, we are using 4 abilities. So, rotation's very simple, very easy to do, and it's hitting 93k. You can't beat that. That's just awesome damage. So, real quick, let's go over our battle stats here. Our hardest hitting ability during that whole parse was our two-handed light attacks. Our two-handed light attacks did 15% of the damage, equaling 14,000 DPS damage per second for us. This is why it is so important to light attack weave. The light attack weave has the ability to just create a ton of damage. Literally 14,000 of the DPS from this was just from using light attacks. Right behind that was our wrecking blow. It averaged out at 13,781. Right behind that is our executioner. Now, that executioner we didn't use until we hit the 25% or below, and you see how much damage it did from 25% on. So, average 74,000 per hit, and it maxed out at 113,000 on one of them. So, a lot of damage. Arms of Reliquant, right there, 8,200 DPS. That is just for light attack weaving. So theoretically, just because I'm light attacking, I am getting my Arms of Reliquant up, and my light attack damage is always there between each ability. So between both of them, that is 22,000 damage per second, just because of keeping up the Reliquants, using light attacks, and using light attacks. So I mean, there are you just see the damage report there. There's a lot of damage going on, and this thing hits with a truck. If you look up here in the right hand corner, like right here, you'll see 93% rotation speed. That's pretty big right there. You want to make sure that rotation speed's nice and high, so you can pull out these numbers and keep your abilities up with nothing falling off, so all your buffs stay up and whatnot. I think that's all I got for you guys. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't, that's fine too. I appreciate anyone who stuck around to the end. If you'd like to give me a subscribe, please do so. We're going to continue doing this further down the line. Going to try to get some of these build videos for the next update coming done as quick as possible. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. It is very greatly appreciated, and happy adventuring.